Okay, so it's a little late. This is relaxing after work. So I'm trying to get all the Marzens I can nearby. Zilker, I have been to the brewery. It's literally in the middle of the, not in the middle of the street, but like in the street area across from a bar. Great location, a lot of apartments nearby. You're in the city life, you know. But they kept their very nice, casual, relaxed feel. When it gets a little dark, the lights are on. Like it really feels like you're not even in the city. It's crazy. They do have a nice food truck. I think it's Korean focus, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I didn't try it that time, but I will again. So surprisingly, the first couple beers I had were very light, refreshing. But once I went there, like you get their bold ones. I got the barreled age, and like it kicks in. You got to be careful because they have really great beers. They have the hazy ones. They had the juicy ones. They had like all kinds of quality beers, and they do have their other regular beers, which are there, and that's great. So overall, great experience, and I've been loving their beers. They have their own unique style. This is their little pattern. So all of their beers have the pattern of like the Mexican blanket, the sarape, and so that's like their focus, what they want to do. And it's kind of cool because they have like some socks, and I need to go back and get those socks. But here we go. Their body and everything is on here on what they feel. So it's looking like it's gonna be pretty light on maltiness, hoppiness, and bitterness. So maltiness will provide all the sweet, sugary caramel notes. It's gonna be a lager style, so bottom fermenting yeast. Hoppiness to be just enough to add bitterness so that it doesn't taste like liquid sugar going down. I'm not gonna give them any injustice. They're gonna get a plain mug, so no other names on them. They've done me right. People were great, and you can see the tanks in the same spot. You're right there. The only bad thing is when it's like that, it's health code violations. So you can't have pets on the inside, but they have a patio, so you can have your dog on the outside. So well, my girl and I have a dog, and I love him to death, and I always try to bring him along. It's it's not good for them to be cooped up in the house all the time. So let's see. Yep, looking very light right now. So it's not a super toasty malt. Definitely enough to get the color in there. All right. Just enough color. All right, let me see. Oh, you can see it already pretty well. All right. Yeah, it smells like a very light, clean Märzen. Not too caramelly, not super sweet. So it's pretty clean. So the bitterness is just enough to be present. There's still a little sweetness from the malt, but it's very minute compared to like the other Märzens I had. There's been a few of them, and the pumpkin beers. I love pumpkin beers, but with the pumpkin all that, it tends to be a little extra sugars, and the spice is supposed to counter, but sometimes it doesn't, and it's like bam, like Shipyard. I was blown away this year. Theirs was actually a little drier than the first time I had it, and what I realized brewing myself, I've been brewing. I'm on my like 5th or 6th batch right now. Is when it sits for a while, it can dry up a little bit. There's still a little bit of yeast left over, especially when you're canning and bottling, and that's their last meal. Provides a beautiful carbonation because when it's natural, you don't get headaches and hangovers and all that stuff. That's the best part. So it actually really changes the flavor. I made a beautiful couple blondes, saved a couple, so the ones I had were really nice, dry, clean, well-rounded. This is pros time. This is hangout. As my manager Ali says, it's crushable. But I don't like recommending crushable beers to you. You want crushable beers for certain occasions, and going to your family's house is not really a reason to have a crushable beer. Being at your yard, cooking, maybe. But be careful, but this is pretty nice. I like it. It really fits the style of Zilker. Good casual beers is what they put out. But they do definitely have the sweet ones on the premise, and they do not play around. They had a very beautiful, what was it, something magic, spontaneous magic, which is a sour beer, but it was amazing. It had everything going on. So with their Märzen, actually really nice. I recommend it. My top fave pumpkin beer is going to be the Wick for Brains, and honestly, as much as I fight with this, I guess Samuel Adams just got me with their Märzen. It was the first one that really made an impression on me, and that's my number one. As much as I'm trying to keep it Texas, but over here, this one, and let's see what I can think of. I already had a couple. Honestly, Tufts did pretty well on a lot of their stuff, and they're very bold. and I'm really digging them. I love Carbach, but it's pretty much part of Anheuser-Busch. I'm really trying to go with other ones, so the next beer I'm really gonna find, like El Grito and all that. I forgot the name of that one. Four Corners Brewery, I love them. They're from Dallas. Martin House is from Dallas, and they're doing pretty solid. In Austin, Hops and Grains was my first favorite one. So things like that, I'm hoping this information you catch here and there, and it'll stick in your head when you visit. Just come check it out. And the only one I can't do a video on is Lazarus. None of their stuff goes off the premises. It's all just a straight brewery, and I have respect for that, and I really love them for that, and they are thriving. But if I do get to visit soon while I still have the festive beers, I'll do my best to get that on video. So for now, here's to the ones delivering, because this is a lot of work. I'm finding out to get this beer on the shelves, to get people to taste it. Every time they send somebody, it costs money, you know, and if nobody buys the beer, even though they had tasters, you lose, you know. So beer is very sensitive on price, despite that it's highly affordable. It's really a small margin of profit, and it's, you know, very delicate. So help the beer people be beer people. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Zilker. Well, I bought this, but I mean, thank you for making a wonderful beer. If you're new, subscribe. I'm trying to get a little more wittier, a little crazier. It's just, this is all me, just on my own, just to put out the message, because being in Texas has really grown on me. Originally, I'm from California, but I really love it here. And I used to be the one like, oh, here goes that Texas person again, talking about Texas, how amazing it is. And here I am. So, thank you for paying attention to me, but don't worry, I definitely want to visit Louisiana, Oklahoma, everybody around me, Alabama. We all get along. I have tons of friends in the Army that are still in, some are out. We're all on Facebook friends, and you know, I'm gonna start doing my best to visit them and really see what beers that they have locally that are great. So this is the beginning. Right now, focusing on Austin. That's where I'm at right now, and I hope that if you get a chance to come here, you get to try some of these beers, because they will definitely leave an impression on you. But other than that, drink safe, enjoy your October, have fun, have your Märzens, but slow down, drink water, make sure you get home safe. Number one focus. But I thank you for watching. I thank you for your time.